is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and I just got back from the bar. Extreme Rules 2013 is in the books officially, and if there's one thing I can tell you guys, the WWE creative finally put their brains together and came up with the end result of these matches that made sense. If there's one thing I'm going to take away from this pay-per-view, it's that the winners of this, the winners on this pay-per-view, they all made sense. Finally, WWE got something right after weeks and weeks and weeks, months of just sitting through endless hours of boring Monday Night Raw. You know, we actually got a little, you know, it dragged a little bit, but overall it was an entertaining pay-per-view. Now, the main matches, I want to talk about the main matches first. You had Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, and you had Ryback versus John Cena. I'll start off with the Ryback match. This was probably, and I'm going to be completely honest with every one of you guys, Ryback's best match. John Cena, when he needs to step up to the plate and deliver a quality match, the guy always hits a home run. You know, I've said this many times in this channel before. John Cena rarely has bad matches. I'm a huge fan of the Last Man Standing match. I love the stipulations. I love the physicality, the brutality of the matches. Ryback and John Cena traded blow after blow after blow. Big spot after big spots. There was tables. There was just overall brutality in the match. They fought into the crowd. They went into the audience. At one point, Ryback took off a piece of guardrail that had a huge Pepsi logo on it. Everybody was chanting CM Punk in the bar. He smashed John Cena with the Pepsi logo. You know, John Cena went through tables. He did a spot jumping off the aisleway onto Ryback. He landed through a table. And then the end result, you know, seeing this match end in a no contest. There was no winner. No champion. Ryback did not walk out with the title. John Cena, as far as I know, is still the WWE champion. We have to see what transpires on Monday Night Raw tomorrow. But the ending of this match, seeing Ryback pick up John Cena and literally ram him through the Extreme Rules logo that was on the stage, right below the Titantron. They went right through it. They cut electrical circuits out. There was smoke and, you know, light bulbs exploding all over the place. Everyone was asking me on Twitter, is this real or is this scripted? Now, as far as I know, like I said in the beginning already, the end results, the winners of these matches made sense. This made sense to me, and I'll tell you why. Ryback could not lose another pay-per-view. He could not lose another pay-per-view. I believe this would have been his 6th pay-per-view where he would have lost. And you can't have that happen to Ryback. His character would completely you know, be diminished. You can't have him lose 6 pay-per-views in a row. You couldn't have John Cena win because it would be one of the most predictable endings for a WWE Championship match in 2013. So the WWE creative did the right thing. It was a no contest. I like this because it protects both men. It continues the feud. You know, they'll probably they have Payback next month. WWE Payback on pay-per-view. Obviously, there's going to be a rematch set up for these two. It protects both men. You couldn't have John Cena win it because it'd be too predictable. You couldn't have Ryback lose because you can't have Ryback lose 6 pay-per-views in a row. It would totally destroy his character. But now, the rematch more than likely will be booked. John Cena sold the fuck out of this spot on the stage when he went through the Titantron, right below the Titantron. He sold the shit out of it. They took him out on a stretcher, neck brace, the whole 9. But there was one thing that did not make sense. As John Cena was being stretchered out and they put a neck brace on him, Ryback was being helped to his feet, and he walked off with the referees. Now, wouldn't that make Ryback the WWE champion? I don't know if you guys watched it. Whoever you guys, you know, whoever's watching this, if you guys watched the pay-per-view, please tell me that you've seen that. That really doesn't make any sense to me. And I know a couple of dirt sheets that I listened to, they were on Twitter saying, listen, this doesn't make any sense to us. Why is Ryback walking out? John Cena's being stretched out. Shouldn't I make Ryback the WWE champion? You know, there's the little loopholes in there that WWE creative got lazy with. But overall, it was, in my honest opinion, Ryback's best match. John Cena fought very hard. He always puts on an entertaining match. I don't like John Cena, but you gotta respect the motherfucker. But as of right now, John Cena is still your WWE Champion. We're going to see what happens on Monday Night Raw. Brock Lesnar vs. Triple H. WWE Creative got this one right as well. Very, very physical match. Brutal match. Brock Lesnar was tossing Triple H all over the cage. Throwing him into the cage. Left and right, up and down. It was crazy. Brock Lesnar did go on to win this match. He won in impressive fashion. Just totally destroyed Triple H by the end. There was a spot where Triple H was climbing the cage and he actually unhinged a sledgehammer that was on top of the cage. Coincidentally, I don't know how the fuck I got up there. But, you know, there were steel chairs being thrown around. It came to the point where Triple H took the sledgehammer and Brock Lesnar seen what he was doing. And from there, Brock Lesnar just completely went on towards the end of the match and just dominated the entire match. The turning point was Paul Heyman infiltrated himself into the match. He threw a steel chair into the ring and got himself involved as usual. I expected him to get involved, but he slid into the cage when Triple H was about to finish off Brock Lesnar, gave him a low blow, and that was the turning point in the match. Brock Lesnar pretty much picked up the sledgehammer, completely knocked out Triple H with the sledgehammer. After the sledgehammer shot, Triple H was just out cold, not moving. Brock Lesnar picks up his weightless, or his body pretty much off the ground. It looked like dead weight since Triple H was out cold. Delivered one F5, and that was it. Brock Lesnar went on to win this match in impressive fashion. My brother was even telling me, if Brock Lesnar does not win this match, he just might as well rip up his contract because his stay in the WWE so far has been very lackluster. Finally, he got an impressive victory. Hopefully, Brock Lesnar goes on to bigger and better things. I don't know what's going to be next for Brock Lesnar. Hopefully, they feud him with John Cena sometime later this year. He deserves to be a WWE champion. And I definitely would advise that because Brock Lesnar, as the WWE champion, would be like The Rock holding the belt. It would bring so much notoriety to the WWE. All the press, everybody coming out of nowhere and watching the WWE because Brock Lesnar is a big name. And I think Brock Lesnar, as WWE champion, would be good for the product. But Triple H does take the loss here. Thank God. It was the only logical way to go for Brock Lesnar here. And the other main thing that happened tonight, the Shield. Everybody's talking about the Shield on Twitter. Everybody's talking about the Shield. This was the right thing to do. The WWE has invested 7 months into the Shield. You can't have them lose at all. You can't have them look weak. You have to build them up as the biggest faction that the WWE has seen since the NWO, since the Generation X. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. 3 incredibly gifted athletes. Dean Ambrose is going to be a superstar. He's already a superstar. He is one of the brightest stars that the WWE has to look forward to in the future. He's going to be a legitimate player. He's going to be a world champion. I can't wait. I actually posted this on Twitter. I can't wait to watch Dean Ambrose flourish and become the superstar that he's going to be. It's going to be one hell of a ride watching this guy climb up the ranks and get into that main event scene in the WWE. He's just amazing, and it was the right thing to do tonight. Kofi Kingston versus Dean Ambrose. It was a great match, very fast-paced, some nice spots, and in the end, Dean Ambrose ended up walking out your new United States champion. It was the right way to go. That was the first big moment of the night, and the Shield celebrated afterwards. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins came from the crowd and celebrated with Dean Ambrose in the ring. It was a great sight. I was glad to be a part of that and watch Dean Ambrose win his first WWE Championship. Excuse me. But that was not the Shield was not done. Team Hell No versus Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins in a Texas Tornado match. All 4 men were in the ring. It was very physical, very fast-paced. I enjoyed it very much. And in the end, WWE Creative got it right again. The Shield is your new tag team champions. The Shield now hold the WWE Tag Team Championships and the United States Championship. What's next? Is there going to be another member of the Shield? What's next for the Shield? What is their next target? Who's their next target going to be? Now that they have gold finally in the stable. What's going to be next for them? It's going to be intriguing to watch Monday Night Raw. They're probably the main reason why we're going to watch Monday Night Raw tomorrow. What is next for the Shield now that they're on top of the WWE world? Now that they have gold finally around their waist. What's next for them? But it was a very enjoyable match. Team Hell No seems to be finished. I'm glad because I want to see Daniel Bryan in the main event scene. Kane, I don't know what they're going to do with Kane, but they may have one more rematch between these two and finally put the kibosh on Team Hell No at Payback next month. The Shield versus Team Hell No again. But I got to the bar late. Fandango versus Chris Jericho opened the match. People were telling me that it really wasn't anything special. Chris Jericho won with a code breaker, which is nice. Chris Jericho has been on a losing streak lately. He's been on the receiving end of Fandango's beatings a couple of times on Monday Night Raw. Fandango got the best of him, so it's nice to see Chris Jericho get a win on a pay-per-view against Fandango. You can always have Fandango come back and beat Chris Jericho again, but I'm glad that Chris Jericho finally got a win. Doesn't do anything to Fandango. He's getting over slowly. The crowd's enjoying his act a little bit more. He has Summer Rae as his new valet. Fandango's going to be a major player in the WWE this year as well, but it's nice to see Chris Jericho get a win. What else? Jack Swagger versus Alberto Del Rio. One of the more boring matches that I've seen. It really wasn't anything to it. There was a cool spot at the end where the WWE just pulled this one out of left field. You're not going to believe this one. Jack Swagger had Del Rio in the ankle lock. Alberto Del Rio didn't want to say I quit, but Zeb Coulter took Alberto Del Rio's towel from Ricardo Rodriguez and threw in the towel behind the referee's back. The referee didn't turn his back, so he figured that Ricardo Rodriguez had thrown in the towel. They ended the match. Jack Swagger, at that point, was named the winner and your #1 contender. But another referee came from the back and was talking to the referee that was officiating the match. They went to the outside, they went to the timekeeper's table, and all of a sudden the timekeeper pulls up a television, like an instant replay. Now they got instant replay in WWE. I'm like, what am I watching here? They showed the spot where Zeb Coulter threw in the towel and behind the referee's back, and they reversed the decision. They made the match start, and Del Rio ended up winning with the arm breaker, and Jack Swagger said, I quit. That was pretty cool, but it looked kind of cheesy in my honest opinion. With the timekeeper just pulling up a random TV and having him watch, having the official watch the replay happen, and they reversed the decision. But the match itself really wasn't anything special. So now you're going to have Del Rio versus Dolph Ziggler on a future episode of Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown for the World Heavyweight Championship. We all know Ziggler is going to retain that belt, but I'm hearing that they're going to have the original three-way dance ladder match at SummerSlam for the World Heavyweight Championship, though. So Jack Swagger and Del Rio will probably be in the World Heavyweight Championship picture from here until August, so we have to see what happens with that. And finally, Randy Orton from St. Louis. Extreme Rules took place from St. Louis. Randy Orton had a huge crowd reaction tonight. It was a very decent match. The beginning was a little bit boring against the Big Show. It picked up towards the end because Randy Orton was playing to the crowd. He hit an RKO. Big Show kicked out of the RKO. There was a spot where Big Show set up 2 chairs and a ladder on top of the chair. He went for the Vader bomb off the top rope, missed it. He landed on the ladder. Randy Orton hit his signature spots. He hit the top rope DDT, hit the RKO. Big Show kicked out of it all. But in the end, Randy Orton got a massive pop. He brought back the punt kick for the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Punted Big Show on the head, knocked him out 1, 2, 3, and Randy Orton received probably the biggest crowd reaction of the night from his hometown. That was a nice sight to see. Randy Orton, as a babyface, when the crowd is really behind him like that, I don't mind. But WWE really needs to step it up and turn him heel. He does work better as a heel, we all know that. But it was a nice spot tonight where he brought back the punt kick, so that was pretty cool to see. And that was pretty much it, guys. It was a very entertaining pay-per-view. Out of 10 stars, I'd probably give it about a 6.5. You know, I'm not going to complain about the pay-per-view being that we had so many shitty Monday Night Raws. It was nice to see a fast-paced, you know, the whole pay-per-view flowed very nicely. It was very fast-paced. The high spots of the match were very, you know, were great. There was a lot of brutality, a ton of, you know, brutal spots on the pay-per-view. So I give WWE credit. I know Vince McMahon was worried about the injuries coming out of this pay-per-view, so we have to see who's really injured. I'll find out all that stuff in the days to come. But like I said, 6.5 out of 10. It was a decent pay-per-view, and like I said, I'm not going to complain because of all the Monday Night Raws, the shitty Monday Night Raws we had to sit through. It was a nice release to see a decent pay-per-view for 3 hours. It was enjoyable. You know, the time flew by. The 3 hours, you know, you didn't really get restless during the 3 hours, except for that Del Rio match. I just don't like Del Rio and Swagger. You know, the crowd is not really behind Jack Swagger at all, and you can tell because the crowd was very silent for most of the match. But you know, if you guys didn't see it, I would, you know, I wouldn't say go out and buy the pay-per-view, but you know, from what I seen, it was enjoyable. So, you know, like I said, 6.5 out of 10. If you guys enjoyed the review, hit that like button, subscribe if you have not done so. I got some great WWE content coming up this week. You got Monday Night Raw tomorrow. I'll be back Tuesday with the review from Monday Night Raw. And then obviously news and rumors every week. I enjoy doing news and rumors for you guys. If you missed my news and rumors, click on the annotation. There's a link in the description down below. It's a huge week this week. I'm going to try and make it the best I possibly can every week. It's about 23-minute episode this week. I got huge news on Hulk Hogan, NWO, the Hall of Fame, Jake the Snake Roberts, Scott Hall. There's a ton of stuff in there. Go check that out. I'll be back Tuesday, guys, with Monday Night Raw, and I'm out. I'll talk to you all later. Take care.